All right, I'm going to start off with all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rekah Kadash. Yahweh been the name of the Heavenly Father. Shah been the name of his only begotten Son, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Now we're going to get into these end of the world scriptures because this is where we at. We at the end of the end. But the Lord is going to put the hour of temptation or the period of temptation or this final test on seeing who gonna trust in the Lord or trust in man. Now let me go in the Apocrypha and get Second Ezra. Second Ezra chapter 6, because he was shown a vision pretty much of what this end would be about. Let's see, Second Ezra 6 and 20. It says, you know what? Let me start with 6 and 7. It's Second Ezra 6 and 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the time? Or what shall be the end of the first, see, the end of the first heaven and earth, the first rulership, and the beginning of it that followeth? Because in the end, you're going to have the beginning pretty much clashing into each other. The end of one kingdom is going to be the beginning of another kingdom. It says, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? Okay, so you're going to jump down to verse 20. The same second Ezra 6. It says, and when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens. The book shall be opened before the firmament, and they all shall see together. So in the end, the book's gonna be open, and the Israelites is gonna be able to see the vision clearly. Let me get that Habakkuk chapter 2. Habakkuk chapter 2. Salakia. Chapter 2, starting at verse 1, it says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end, see, at the end of the world, see, this is what we talking about. At the end of the world, it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So this vision that was given to the prophets, he told them to write it down. Now let's go back to Second Ezra, and I'm gonna get 15. Second Ezra 15. I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, Salakia. Second Ezra 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in your mouth, says the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper for they are faithful and true. See, this is what Habakkuk was saying. The Lord was going to put the prophecies in their mouth, but this wasn't going to be just them predicting something. See, this was going to be a whole vision. That's why he said in the end, the vision will speak. Now, when you go into, we're talking about this vision, when you go into the Acts of the Apostles, see, let's get it. Acts chapter 2. Because it was a time that he put on this situation. Acts chapter 2, starting at verse 16. It says, but this is what is that which was spoken by the prophet Joel. Verse 17, it says, and it shall come to pass in the last days, says Yahweh, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions. See, it's about the vision was what's going to happen in the last days. See, this is the vision that Habakkuk was saying. In the end, it shall speak. In the last days, it shall speak. So, like, in the end, it shall speak. So, let me get Matthew 24. Get Yahweh's word. Matthew 24 and 3. It says, Salakia. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of your coming? Now, the last video was about them signs. See, that he was going to show. He was going to show the signs to let people know when he was coming. It says, what shall be the sign of your coming and of the end of the world? So now the signs was going to let you know when the end of the world was going to be. And we seeing all the signs. Now when you go into, let's see here. What's one of the major signs? Let me get for the second Ezra. Second Ezra 2. Let me get that. This is another sign that Second Ezra chapter 8. Then I'm gonna run into chapter 9. Second Ezra 8 and 50. It says, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world. See, great miseries is gonna be at the end of the world. Let me do that over. Second Ezra 8 and 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. See, these individuals is walking in great pride. See, that's why they're having pride parades all around the country. Salaki, this wind is terrible. They're having pride parades in the Holy Land all around the world. See, these Edomites is pushing this pride mess. because we in the last day. That's a great sign. Now let's go get 2nd Ezra 9. It says on that verse 1, 2nd Ezra 9 and 1, he said, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told you before, then shall you understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shall you understand, well understand, that the Most High spoke these things from the days that were before you, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. So them signs, he's gonna manifest the end with these signs, with earthquakes. You got France, they uproaring all over the country, tearing up all kind of public buildings. You got Russia, they having pretty much anarchy between each other. The rebel army is coming up against the Russian government. See, so you got uproars of the people, and these are great signs that's displaying that the Lord is coming back. Now that wind is messing up my flow. Let's see here. Let's get let me get Jeremiah 28 and 8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pain. See, this is what the prophets came out to do. They came to tell the countries and the great kingdom, Lord is finna transition. He's finna make a transition and bring up a new kingdom. Just like with Alexander the Great. See, the prophets had told Alexander the Great that there was going Persians was gonna fall, and he's gonna be able to take over almost 200 years before Alexander the Great took over. So they thought his father was gonna build that prophecy, but it wound up being Alexander the Great, the son of the Macedonians. Now, so it says the prophets prophesied about war. See, we see it's a major war on between Russia and between America. See, they got a major war going on, and they got allies. You got America with NATO, and you got Russia with Iran, China, India. You got North Korea, and they got that. So you got a major war that's going on. Now, when you go into Joel, let's get Joel. Joel chapter 3. I'm gonna start at. Let me start at verse 9. It says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake the mighty men." See, this is what's going on. These armies is assembling themselves. That's why you got the river Euphrates drying up. See, the Euphrates done dried up years ago. It says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. That's where you got the Iran. They got a underground city of nuclear missiles. North Korea developing their nuclear capability. See, and you got Russia. They the ones passing out these warheads and selling them to these to their allies. Because Ezekiel 38:7 say he gonna be a guard to his allies. So he's guarding them by giving them missiles. That's what America doing with Ukraine. See, they trying to send missiles and all kind of equipment and give them money to the Ukrainians so Ukraine can defend them. So America has been a guard to Ukraine. This is what Russia has been a guard to their ally. Now when it says, I am strong, verse 11, it's Joel 3:11. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathens, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause the mighty ones to come down, O Lord. So this is a whole trap for these militaries that they gonna kill each other. See, that's why Joel said, call the mighty ones to come down. Because all of these militaries, they gonna fall in this World War III, in this battle of Armageddon. Now when you go to Isaiah chapter 34, at the beginning it says, but now thus, no, 34, I'm at 43, Salakia. It says, come near ye nations. See, this is what Joel was saying. He said, assemble yourselves. Come near ye nations to hear and hearken you people. Let the earth hear and all that therein, the world and all the things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations. See, that's why Joel said, oh Lord, cause the mighty ones to come out. See, he got an indignation for all these nations with their militaries and their government trying to tell people what to do. It says, and his fury upon all their armies. He have utterly destroyed them. He have delivered them to the slaughter. These people talking about they're proud to be a military soldier. Well, they finna be fighting against the Lord. See, the Lord finna take his earth back where people gonna know that he is ruling. See, ain't gonna be no confusion, ain't gonna be no atheists nowhere. They gonna know that it's a powerful spirit that's in control. And they gonna get a punishment instantly. Ain't gonna be no, we gonna wait and we gonna see what you gonna do 7 years like the FBI. See, he not gonna load up all these crimes in the kingdom. He gonna have the Israelites flying around just like the police. See, when somebody murder or rob a bank, you got the so-called white man and his SWAT team and his helicopters. See, they get to swarming all over the place. See, he pull out the hound dogs. You run out, jump out the car, run in the bushes. He got them dogs on your behind. See, ain't no way you gonna get away. But he not gonna be using the Israelites this way. They gonna get spiritual power and somebody commit a crime. See, he gonna be ready to. They gonna pull out that rod of iron. Let's get that in Revelation. Revelation chapter 2. Revelation chapter 2, starting at, where is it? 2 and 27, 26, he say, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nation. See, he gonna give them power to be the police over these nations. He says, verse 27, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. See, that they gonna be punishing these nations as soon as they step out of line. It says, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers. See, how you break a pot. See, if you got a rod of iron and you got a pot, you finna hit that, swing and hit that pot. See, this is what the 144 is gonna do. When a crime is committed or somebody's think about stepping out of line, they gonna bring that law. Let me get that in Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 2. Isaiah chapter 2, starting at verse 2. It says, now verse 1 lets you know what it's talking about. It says, the word of Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. See, it's concerning a certain people. It says, well, a specific family, the family of Judah, and Jerusalem stand for the other 12 tribes. It says, and it shall come to pass in the last days. See, this is what we talking about, the end of the world. See, they gonna get that rod of iron when they come out as New Jerusalem. See, that 144, they not gonna be playing. And that's what all these superhero movies is talking about. They're gonna come flying out the sky. See, and it's gonna be a whole nother police force on the scene. It says, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountains of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountain. And that mountain stands for kingdom. See, it's a kingdom in the Lord. The Lord gonna bring his kingdom. See, and they gonna rule and be on top of all the other kingdoms. It says, and shall be exalted above the hills. Hills stands for kingdoms and governments too. And all nations shall flow unto it. See, all the nations gonna have to bow down. It says, verse 3, and many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob. See, Jacob and his 12 sons, they was gonna be the priests, the kings and priests over the whole world. See, this is why he told them that you got to serve before you become a leader. That's what when Peter, was it Peter? Or it was the two sons, and the mother was trying to ask Yahushua, can they sit on your left and your right hand? He said, do you know what they got to do? Is they ready to drink this cup? See, is you ready to go through this punishment, to go through this what you call it, a refining situation, where you're gonna have to get beat and killed and maybe served for thousands of years, see, before you become a ruler and sit on it. It says, many people shall and say, come and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of God of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths. Out of Zion shall go forth the law. See, the police, the one that established the law. See, when you got a law that's being broke, then the police is coming out. If you jump over there and rob 7, the police is gonna get called. See, you can shoot the person in the store right on the sidewalk. Gonna see somebody there shooting that man in 7-Eleven. Call the police, real cool. And back in the Jim Crow era, we called them straight up the law. Here go John Law. Here go Mr. Law. See, a so-called white man was a wall law. Called them law as a name. So this is what the nation of Israel is gonna be. The 144, the 12 tribes of Israel, they're gonna be a walking law. See, that's why he said he gonna put the law in their mind. See, now when you go into the last end of that verse, it say, "For out of Zion shall go forth the law and word of the Lord from Jerusalem." Now let's go to 60 and Jerusalem is that the children of Israel is that 60 and 60 starting at verse 14. Salaki, I don't own the music. I don't own the copyright to this music. I repeat, I do not own the copyrights to this music. I do not own the copyrights to the music. Isaiah 60 and 14, it say, "The sons also of them that afflicted you shall come bending unto you." So when they find out that the Israelites is the law, see, they gonna come up to the mountain. See, it says, "And all they that despise you shall bow themselves down at the soles of your feet, and they shall call you the city of the Lord, the Zion." See, when they go up to Zion to get the law, he's talking about a people that's been afflicted. See, by another group of people. See, the people that was afflicted, now they got people bowing down to their feet, and people gonna call them Zion. So when all the nations go up to the mountain of the Lord, they going up to serve the Israelites, to obey the Israelites. It says, "They shall call you the city of the Lord, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel, whereas you have been forsaken and hated." See, who is being forsaken and hated? See, everybody is not being forsaken and hated. And people always associate money with blessings, but then they don't associate the poor people. See, with them, these are the ones that God is coming for. He said, "Whereas you have been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee, I will make you an eternal excellency, a joy of many generations." So this is gonna be a people that was afflicted, and they gonna have an eternal kingdom. They're gonna be excellent for eternity. It says, verse 16, you shall also suck the milk of the Gentile." So that lets you know right there, all of the Gentiles is gonna have to go up to this mountain. It's gonna be the Israelites. Only people that wasn't Gentile, the natural Gentile, was Israelites. It says, where is it? "And shall suck the breast of kings, and you shall know that I, the Lord, am your Savior and your Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob." See, in this, they're going to be going up to that mountain. Now, let's get that in Zechariah. All of this is going to happen in the end of the world. See, the beginning of the next world is going to go, that's going to be going down in the end of the first world. Now, Zechariah 14 and 16 pretty much quotes and bring out what the second chapter of Isaiah was talking about. It says the same exact thing. This Zechariah 14 and 16, "And it shall come to pass that every one that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, and to keep the Feast of Tabernacle. So every year, all of these other nations, they're gonna have to go up and keep the Feast of Tabernacles in Jerusalem. See, and they're gonna be serving the Israelites. Now when you get let me get Zechariah. Is it 12? Oh, Zechariah 8. Because we at a period of time now where they starting to realize this is what they're gonna have to do. Zechariah 8 and 23. It says, "Thus says the Lord of hosts, in those days it shall come to pass that 10 men shall take hold out of all the nations, the languages of the nation, even shall take hold of the skirt of him that is a Jew, saying, we will go with you, for we have heard that God is with you." So they gonna grab the skirt of a Jew and say, man, we heard God was with you. He not with no Gentiles. See, he not with the heathen. He with you Israelites that have been afflicted, see, by the sons of all these nations. See, they melting. They call America, Babylon the Great, a melting pot, because they all melting and coming to America so they can benefit and get rich off the children of Israel. See, and they over there mad at what Jill Scott is making the song a remix of the national anthem, but she ain't talking about something in the past. When she say home of the slave, this is every day, all day. Since 1776, these people have been slaves. See, the slavery started in 1619, but the country didn't really get no constitution until 1776. See, so these people been enslaved the whole time, and these other nations has been coming and benefiting. Let's go ahead and get that real quick to indict these other nations, because it ain't just the so-called white men. See, they all coming to America to get rich off the slaves that's in America. Now you got, this is Revelation 18 and 3. It says, "For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacy." So they waxing rich because they can get a stove. See, the white man will get them a grant to start. See, these Negroes gonna probably have a criminal background, and they'll never start no stove. What black store you know in your neighborhood? You don't know it. They ain't even selling liquor. See, they get the Africans, the Hamites, to come over here and sell the liquor. See, they barely got a shoe store or anything. These women got these little clothing stores because they let the women do whatever. And some of these women ain't even Israelite. They just like some Israelite. Now let me get the other one in Revelation 18 that show how they getting rich right along with the slave master in America. Okay, here it is, verse 9. It says, "And the kings of the earth," see, all of these kingdoms, all of these nations, "who have committed fornication and live deliciously with her." See, they all living deliciously. You got the East Indians and the Arabs, they got the hotel situation on lock. See, you got the Hilton and you got the Marriott, and then you got all hotels owned by these Arabs and these East Indians. And if you trying to find a place to stay, you got to go to them. And they getting rich off the children of Israel. See, then when you go into what is it? This is at Revelation 18 and 9. It says, and live deliciously with her. They shall bewail her and lament for her when they see the smoke of her burning. See, because most of these people gonna run up out of America. They're not gonna stay here when Putin start to up ante. See, when he start to look like he's serious and he gonna blow this place up. When NATO start trading out on America and saying we going with Russia, see, these other nations is gonna flee. Let me get that in Isaiah. See, these other nations is gonna leave America high and dry. And they already taking their money back to their country. See, they make their money over here, but they send their money back to their country and get rich. That's why China is so prosperous, because they making deals with Russia and America. See, they making deals with the Edomites, and they getting rich right along with them. And they taking their money back to China and building it up. When the British already own half of the situation, they colonized them and never really gave the country up. They act like they gave them their independence, but they didn't give them people no independence. But let me get that in Isaiah 13. Isaiah 13, starting at 14. It says, and it shall be as the chase roll, and as a sheep that no man taketh up, they shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land. See, all these foreigners gonna hit the road. When they see that Putin is serious, and they see that these China's gonna help them, and Iran and North Korea and NATO, they gonna hit the road and go back to their country. See, they're not gonna be willing to risk their life. See, when they call martial law and they start flooding the FEMA camp with people, they gonna be trying to catch the first plane up out of here. Just like when the pandemic happened, people went to try to get on that plane and get the heck out of Dodge. See, it says, they shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land. Every one that is found shall be thrust through, and every man and every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. So everybody that's joined under Babylon. Now, what does the first verse tell you now? This is Isaiah 13, say the burden of Babylon. See, that's why in Revelation, getting money with Babylon the Great America. When that day, when it all pops off, how they say all hell break loose, or when shit hit the fan, see, this is when they gonna flee. Now let me get that verse 15 again. It says, everyone found shall be thrust through. See, when that they call martial law and start rounding up people, see, they not gonna spare nobody. It says, every one that is found shall be thrust through, and every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. See, that's why you already know how the Edomites think. If you got one drop of foreign blood in you, they gonna cut you off. Don't care if your dad is a whole so-called white man. If you got a black mama, a Chinese mama, any other kind of mama, they cutting your behind off. They not gonna want to deal with nothing with you. They only want their people. And this is the spirit that's gonna be on them in the end right now. Because this is the end of the end. It says, verse 16, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. See, when these martial law troops and these militias start to roam America like a bunch of viper snakes, see, seeking who they can swallow whole, just like them lynch mobs back in the Jim Crow era. See, they're not gonna be sparing nobody. See, they'll have 200,000. I ain't gonna say 200,000. They'll have about 2,000 people surrounding one Negro getting hung on a freaking tree. See, or getting what they call it? What it would burn at the stake. You'll see one person getting burned at the stake, and you'll see a big crowd of Edomites. See, and they'll be passing out flyers and everything. That's where you got the picnic. They had a whole picnic. Come on and come out to the picnic. We finna burn one of these Negroes from head to toe. See, this is the mindset that the spirit he gonna put back on them when all hell break loose in America. These other nations, they gonna hit the road. See, they gonna see the situation popping off before it pop off. That's why he said everybody gonna be like the chase road. That's like when you chasing a deer, you chasing some kind of animal. When they hear that lion roaring, roar, see, they get to running right then. They're not gonna wait for the lion to go to chasing they behind. See, and that's what they gonna do in America. When these grocery stores start shutting down, the food start running out, they start calling martial law. These people gonna be trying to get on a plane, a boat, jump in the water to try to get away from America. Because they already know when these dragons turn up, they say, this is our country. Take your behind back home. Go back to where you came from. When they get into that spirit real heavy, you in trouble. The police are already saying that they want they're waiting for the situation to pop off so they can start shooting random Negroes. See, that's why they made the movie Purge. See, where did they go on the movie Purge? They went straight to the projects. See, you had all the rednecks and the neo-Nazis, the skinheads. They on the back of a truck. See, they riding to the project. They're not going to the suburbs. See, to see who up in the suburbs. No, they going to the project to where they concentrate these Negroes in concentration camps. But that's what it is at the end of the day. The projects in the hood, that's the concentration camp, the ghetto where the Israelites is residing. And when all heck break loose, they going right in there and try to exterminate they behind. Because the elite's gonna let it out the bag. The elite's gonna let them know these people finna take over the world. We got to kill them. This is the only way we can keep the possession of the world if we eliminate these Israelites. That's what, let me get that. And Esther. See, Esther give you the story of how these Edomites' minds gonna operate when it comes to these Israelites. And when America is pretty much falling into the hands of the Edomites. Totally. Where is it? Let's see here. There it is. I'm gonna start at this Esther chapter 3, starting at verse 12. It says, then where the king's scribes called on the 13th day of the first month, and there was written according to all that Haman had commanded unto the king's lieutenants and to the governors that were over the province and to the rulers of every people and of every province according to the writings thereof, and to every people after their language. So this Edomite, so-called white man, he writing everybody letters like the Jehovah Wickedness, Sir Taze Russell, Charles Taze Russell. See, he writing letters. Y'all want to go over there to Israel, because y'all God's people. Y'all want to go over there start buying up the land. Okay, let me jump to 13. He says, and the letters were sent by post into all the king's provinces to destroy and to kill and to cause to perish all Jews, both young and old, little children and women, in one day, even upon the 13th day of the month of the 12th month, which is the month of Adar, and to take the spoil of them for a prey. So he was writing to all the provinces of the king, man. He was letting it all be known. We got to get rid of these Jews, all of them. See, we're not just going to get rid of the drug dealers. We're not just going to get rid of the criminals. We're not just going to get rid of the church people. See, we're not just going to get rid of the rich, famous people. We get rid of all of they behind. Verse 14, it says, a copy of the writing for a commandment to be given in every province was published unto all people, that they should be ready against that day. So he writing everybody, y'all be ready, man. We got to get rid of these Israelites. See, because in their law, it tells them to put our behind into slavery. See, he probably was reading some of the law, because he talking about the law. Let me get that. Where is it? I'm going to jump up to verse 8. This is Esther chapter 3, verse 8. It says, and Haman said unto King Azarias, there is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the provinces of thy kingdom, and their laws. See, he focusing on them laws. He said, they say they're going to throw us into slavery. See, they're going to throw us good old-fashioned white people into slavery. We need to get rid of these Jews. He says, and their laws are diverse from all people. They saying that they going to be the kings and the priests of the whole world. See, they saying that they going to rule everybody. And you talking about you going to have them in your province, and let them be in your kingdom. Get rid of these people, man. Do you not know that law? You see, in Leviticus, if he taught the laws in Leviticus, it tells you that you can take a heathen and put his behind into slavery forever. So the white man Haman, he said, listen here, Persian, Iranian man, these Negroes in their law said they can make slaves. You need to get rid of these people. You need to kill every last one of them. And this is what's gonna happen when they call martial law. They're gonna be redneck lynch mob, and they're gonna be ready to kill everybody. If you are black, Hispanic, or Native American, they finna knock you out and look like him. That's why Frederick, he had a white daddy, but they didn't give a dang about that. He got all the blessings of his daddy, but they would have killed his behind if he would have stepped out of line. Now it says, now Haman was talking to the king. Now he said, and their laws are diverse from all people. Neither do they keep the king's law. So not only was they talking about they the God's chosen people, and they supposed to be the kings and the priests, they don't even want to do what you say. They don't want to keep your law. Now mind you, God already told King of Persia, these Israelites, I want you to send them back to their country and let them up to my temple, because if you don't, I'm going to punish you and your son. So the king was already scared. See, he already knew the power of the Israelites. But then the so-called Edomite Haman, he going to come up and say, man, you need to get rid of these people. send a letter to everybody and say we need to destroy these Jews and kill them. See, the heart of these what's gonna happen in these last days. It says, uh, Haman said unto the king, their laws are diverse from all people, neither keep they the king's laws. Therefore, it is not for the king's pride to suffer them. If it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed. So the so-called Haman, he done went up to the Persian king and said, man, you need to kill these people, man. Their laws is crazy. They don't want to eat a pig. They don't want to eat shrimp, crabs, and lobster. See, they don't want to be sleeping with each other. They got all kind of crazy laws. You need to get rid of them, man. They're not going to obey your laws. And this is the heart of America. This is what they want to do. Oh, we not keeping none of them laws. Every church on the corner. The law is done away with. Wait, what you talking about? They don't sacrifice no animals no more. It's done away with. See, that's the heart that he gave our people. They hate that law. Now he says, but this is Esther 3:9. If it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed. And that's what they're doing with all these laws. See, they writing their laws that you got to take their so-called poison, or you ain't gonna be able to eat or go get you a job. See, then they gonna come out with something else. That's that so-called grain of rice, that charagma. See, that M-O to the T to the B, that C here. See, when they come out with that, and they say, listen, you got to put this thing under the skin. You can't put on the watch. You can't have your phone and swipe your phone. You got to put it under the skin. See, because he gonna put that into a law. That's what Haman told him to do. Make it a law, man. Write this thing down and make it certified. So when we know it's a law, now we can just go around and start killing they behind. That's why Yahushua, let's go ahead and get that. Why did Yahushua say what he said? If the so-called white man ain't gonna call martial law and go to killing people that try to buck the system, see, if he ain't gonna put all these people in a camp, he was doing that before anything. Revelation 24 and 21. He said, for then shall there be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be. So just this is gonna be worse than when they ran up into Jerusalem and start killing people. See, they put them in the city and then let them come out, so they starve them to death. See, that was the first strategy. Starve Negroes out, because they up in Jerusalem thinking that they gonna do something. See, they got the relics trying to fight against us. We just gonna surround their city and starve they behind to death. And that's what the pale horse, the so-called pale white man, this is what he gonna do, man. Verse 22, it says, except those days be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So he says, unless I crack that sky, man, and come stop the operation, these dragons gonna try to kill everybody, man. And it's gonna be worse than they did in slavery, Jim Crow, when they invaded Jerusalem, when they came and invaded during the Greek time. It's gonna be worse than any time. You ain't gonna be able to compare it. Let's get that in Jeremiah. Is it Jeremiah? Jeremiah 30, yeah. Because it tells you who it's talking about. Not only Jeremiah, I'm gonna get Daniel too. Jeremiah 30 and 7. It says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. See, not the time of the church trouble. See, not the time of the Hallelujah Baptist Church trouble. No, Negroes, the Spanish, and Native Americans. It says, but he shall be saved up out of it. He's gonna have to stop the time. He's gonna have to crack that sky and scare the heck out of these people. It says, verse 8, for it shall come to pass in that day, says the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off your neck. So this is some people that got yokes on their neck. See, they got to work sun up to sundown to have a place to stay. See, they got to pay taxes on their land. If you don't pay the property taxes, they're going to take your house. See, this is not talking about nobody in a free church. It says, I will break his yoke from off your neck and will burst your bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. See, you're not going to have to serve this man anymore. Because first of all, he's going to be trying to kill your behind. And I got to come save you your time of trouble. That's what a Savior is needed. Now let's get that out of Luke in the New Testament. Luke chapter 1. And I'm going to get straight to the point. Luke chapter 1, starting at, I'm going to get 68. It says, blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he have visited and redeemed his people, the Israelites. 71. It says that we shall be saved from our enemies and from the hand. How you in somebody's hand? You they slave. You in their hand. And from the hand of all that hate us. See, the slave masters hate they slave. Verse 74. And he would grant unto us that we being delivered out of the hand of our enemies might serve him without fear. See, he gonna deliver us out of the hand of this wicked government. Not just this government, they got NATO and the EU. I call it the Edomite Union, but they say European Union. The so-called white man got a union. They united. See, we not united. A bunch of Negroes ain't united. You can't even get them to go to a bar or some kind of gathering. They go to fighting. See, them Negroes can't even walk past each other, and they ready to fight and kill each other. So they don't have no kind of unity that's going on, other than this truth. But at this time, he said he gonna save us from these people. That's what the salvation is about. Now let's go back to Esther. Because he called Haman something. And it's a real big operation. Oh, hold up, baby. Esther 7 and 6. And this is the black woman talking. See, she was a queen. See, she was a queen because the king had them put in that position. It says, and Esther said, the adversary. Now, when you look up that word adversary, it means Satan. See, Satan is the adversary. It says, and the adversary and the enemy is this wicked Haman. Then Haman was afraid before the king and the queen. So this Haman, he was just a redneck, another redneck dragon, to get the Persians or the Iranians, the modern day Iranians, to exterminate all of the Israelites. And this is the spirit that they're going to have in this last days, in the end of the world, because what world is coming to an end? See, let's get that in Second Ezra. Second Ezra 11. What world is coming to an end? Second Ezra 11. It says, "Are not thou it that remaineth of the four beasts, whom I made to reign in my world?" So the reigning nation, the nation that's ruling, whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their times might come through them. So they gonna self-destruct. That's why Yahweh shall say, if Satan get rid of Satan, how can his kingdom stand? That's why Russia and China is fighting themselves. Verse 40, it says, "And the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness." Who got the power over the world? The so-called white man. It says, had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression. See, who is they oppressing? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and every other nation that ain't ruling with they behind. It says, "And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit." See, that fourth kingdom is the one that's deceiving the whole world. See, that fourth kingdom is dwelling on the earth, and he ruling with lies. See, they telling a bunch of lies. Verse 41, he say, "For the earth has thou not judged with truth, for thou hast afflicted the meek." Who is the meek? Slaves. See, they slaves that they're working from sun up to sundown. They're not even paying you a living wage. They're paying you under minimum. See, this is the minimum we can pay you. So because we trying to get rich. It says, "Thou hast hurt the peaceable." See, most of us packing them there in churches, trying to be a peacemaker. See, it says, "Thou hast loved liars, and destroyed the dwelling of them that bring forth fruit, and has cast the walls of such as no harm." See, we ain't did nothing to the so-called white man. We ain't did none of them people. We ain't raped, robbed, and murdered them in their land. See, they came to our land and raped, robbed, and murdered. They ain't went to their land, so they trying to get some get back. Said, no, you not getting no get back. So we ain't never did nothing to you behind. So the Lord got a shield around them. See, he got a hedge around them, because this is their blessing that he gave them. Now, let me get 12 and let them know it's that fourth kingdom. What is it? This second Ezra 12 and Daniel 12 and 11. It said the eagle. That's why on the back of a dollar you got an eagle. It says, "The eagle whom thou sawest come up from the sea is the kingdom which was seen in the vision of your brother Daniel." What eagle did he see? He saw the American bald eagle. This is what Daniel saw in the vision. He wasn't seeing no other eagle. And when you look at Greece and Rome, they had an eagle too, and it's the same so-called white people. See, the same Edomites that's ruling. This is what Daniel saw in his dream. And this is the end of their world. The end of the. Let me go back to that verse. Verse 39. This is 2nd Ezra 11 and 39. It says, "Are you not you it that remain of the fourth beast, whom I made to reign in my world? I made you the ruler." See, you ruling with your armies. See, I helped you get these armies. And that's why he say no weapon that is formed. Because he the one formed the weapon. He say, I created the weapon. So he created these weapons, and this sword, the great sword, that the red horse, which is same as the red dragon, see, he gave them a great sword so they can rule. That's what he told their forefather Esau. But let me finish this verse. He said, whom I made to reign in my world, that the end, see, the end of the world, that the end of their times might come through them. So they gonna self-destruct. You got Russia, they gonna shoot missiles, and America gonna be running their mouth, but they're not gonna have a chance to shoot no missiles and do nothing to Russia. Russia gonna get off first. Like they say, you got stole. When you steal somebody in a fight, Russia gonna steal America. America gonna get caught off guard and blown to smithereens. Then you got the UFOs, so-called UFOs, which is the chariot. They show up at all of the nuclear bases where they got the nukes at. They be sitting out there like they firing the nukes. So America can't shoot none if it wanted to. Then you had they trying to shoot the moon. See, they got a whole nuclear missile. They done shot up to the moon. On Larry King, he had brought the astronaut on to talk about it. Larry King say, well, what in the world is going on? They shot the nuke up there. Then a UFO came out of nowhere. It hit it on one side, hit it on the top, and hit it on the other, and the nuke fell to the ground. And then the astronauts say they've been trying it multiple times, and every time they try it, a UFO will come out of nowhere and shoot the missile down. So America can't do nothing. I don't care what weapon they got. See, that's why he say no weapon that is formed that's gonna be able to prosper, because he the one created the weapon. He the one gave them the weapon so they can be bragging and bullying the whole world with. But he ain't never let them use it. See, he's not gonna let them use none of them weapons. He'll shoot it down out the sky before he let them use any weapon. And the military on TV talking about it. Say we tried to shoot the moon a couple times, man. And a UFO would come out of nowhere and shoot down the missile every time. So he won't even allow them to shoot nothing. So when Russia get ready to shoot their missiles, he gonna allow that, because he made Russia make those missiles just to blow up America. See, just to blow up the daughter. Let's get that. See, what is he blowing up anyway? Why is he so gung-ho to blow up America? What is America? And nowadays it's clearly seen. That's why he say the vision shall speak in the end. This Revelation chapter, Revelation 17, verse 5. Don't forget verse 6. Verse 4, Salaki. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abomination. They would eat anything in America and sell anything. And filthiness of her fornication. So they do all kind of wicked stuff in America. See, in some states they pass a law where you can do bestiality. Then they got the internet with bestiality all over the internet, man. Then you got the porn. See, porn is pushed in America heavy. Verse 5. It says, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great. See, it's a secret. That mystery goes for a secret. And that secret is only going to be given to his servants, the prophet. Let me grab that real quick and go back. Amos 3 and 7. Say the secret is only going to be given to his prophets. And he ain't going to make no moves. I mean, he ain't going to do nothing, and nobody ain't going to know what's going on unless it's the prophet certifying it. Amos chapter 3, verse 7, it says, surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he revealed his secret unto his servants, the prophet. So only the prophet is going to be able to know who is Mystery Babylon. See, they the only one that's going to be revealed. Who is this Babylon the Great? See, anybody in the book, I read the whole Bible. See, it don't matter how many times you read it and what you was, because the book is sealed to people that's not the prophet. That's why in Daniel 12 and 10, it say the wicked shall not understand. He not going to tell no other nation. He only going to tell the children that's slaves. That's who he going to tell. It says, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. See, this is where you got a porn hub, a porn industry. See, as soon as these children turn 18, you got an Edomite pervert somewhere. He trying to coerce these people to come to his house and record some wicked behind porn video, so another bunch of other Edomites and whoever can sit there and pay the money online and look at it on their little phone or their computer and sit there and do some kind of abomination to themselves. See, they this is what's going on in America. See, and it's going on an alarming rate. Majority of the people, they sitting around looking at porn, man. It's the average person in America, you can't find them. If you find somebody that say they're addicted to porn, most grown behind people say they've been addicted to porn. Because this is what this place is all about, wickedness. That's why he says the mother of harlots and abomination. Because once the women into that mindset, they automatically is gonna go and do all kind of whoredom. They're not gonna be no virgin. They sitting around watching porn all day. And I don't had women tell me they done caught the children, man. I'm talking about 9 years old, 10 years old. They got the children done caught them red-handed watching porn, trying to do what they doing in the porn. See? Bunch of children playing in the room, they done grabbed the phone, they watching porn together. Then another woman told me about her child. She's sending porn to another person. And they 12 and 13. See, this is what America is all about. But they act like it's just like the drug industry. Oh, that's them drug dealers, or that's them gang bangers. See, this thing is bigger than drug dealers and gang bangers. See, they got porn industry that done went across the whole 300 million people that's in America. See, even the old people, they done did Playboy. Used to have Playboy magazine in every store. See, this is the wickedness of America. Then they got these beaches all over America where you can be butt naked. The police ain't gonna pull her over and say, "Hey, woman, put on some clothes." See, if it's a man, they'll walk up to the man and say, "Hey, you can't have that on." But if it's a woman, they're gonna say, "Man," they're not gonna say nothing. The police might give her a thumbs up. "Oh, I like that thong, young lady." See, they're not gonna tell this woman, "You out here butt naked in front of these people's children." See, that's the wickedness of America. That's why the nukes is coming to this place. That's why the Lord is going to burn this place with fire. And let me get it. Where is it? Micah. That's another thing. Say, oh, the law teach you about wickedness. If you don't know the law, you don't know what you're doing. You walking around hanging out with the devil, you don't know what you're doing. Micah chapter 4, verse 1, it says, "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yeah, and all that do wickedly. See, you don't know you doing wickedly. You're trying to listen to a funky pork chop eating pastor that's telling you the law is done away with. God don't deal with those laws no more. See, you listen to an ignorant fool like that, you gonna be doing wickedly and get burned up. But see, that's why he got the prophets telling them, and Negroes knows it, and they don't heard it. It says, where is it? All that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, says the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave neither root nor branch. So it's gonna burn in America, man. Just like the flood back in the day, he drowned all them people that wanted to be wicked. See, they didn't want to do what Noah was telling them, and they still trying to come up against Noah. How Noah put all them animals in the ark? See, you got to be one fool to think you know what the heck was going on back then. These people making massive cruise ships, and they trying to act like Noah for hundreds of years. See, can't make a cruise ship. Him and his family said it don't take but maybe a couple of years maybe for somebody to make a cruise ship. See, he can make a huge ship that can hold all kind of people. They got in some of them cruise ships, they got a pool on the top. They got a whole casino in the cruise ship. They got what else they got? Um, a ballroom because the captain he have this dance or some kind of meal. So when you're on the cruise ship, you dress all up and go on this dining room thing. So they got all kind of elements in the cruise ship. But Noah and his family, they can't build a big, huge ship that's gonna float on some water and put all the animals in it. You got to be crazy, man. But this is the kind of stuff that the people weren't paying attention to. Let me get that second Peter, because Peter broke it down perfectly. So it's gonna be the same way. The same way he drowned them Negroes in the beginning, he gonna burn their behind up this time. What is it? Second Peter chapter 3. Okay. Second Peter. Nope. Oh, I'm in First Peter. Salak. Okay, there we go. Second Peter. Okay, where is it? Chapter 3. Starting at verse. I guess let me get verse 5. No, let me start at 3. The second Peter chapter 3. It says, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers. So in the end of the world, you're gonna have people scoffing heavy. That's when you say, hey, you talking against somebody pretty much. It says, in the last days, scoffers walking after their own lust and saying, where is this promise of his coming? See, where is this end of the world? You talking about he gonna get rid of the so-called white man and these other government. It says, for since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. Verse 5. For this they willingly are ignorant of. So they trying not to pay attention to what you're saying. That by the word of God, the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished. He pretty much saying he drowned a bunch of Negroes, and he gave the word to Noah that he was going to do it. It says, verse 7, but the heavens and the earth, which are now, by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire. See, how is that fire is going to consume all these people? He's not sending a bunch of angels shooting fire like the Mortal Kombat Kano or one of these Mortal Kombat characters. He got a bunch of angels shooting fire. He's not going to send a bunch of angels down, flying in the sky, shooting fire. See, how's the fire going to come? Peter going to describe how the fire going to come. He says, but by the same word are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. We'll jump down to verse 10. He says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. See, he's not going to have a bunch of angels shooting fire. He's going to have nukes. See, when the nuke hit, it say boom. That's just any bomb. It make an explosion, a grenade, a cannon, a bazooka. See, it makes a great noise. It says, and the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are in shall be burnt up. See, when you hear that bomb hit, when that nuke hit, they're going to hear that nuke in Russia, in China. See, on the other side of the whole world, the Indians going to be in their country. They're going to hear boom, 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 boom. Then when you got all these nukes flying through the sky, see, look how he described the nukes flying through the sky. What's a good one? Let me get Revelation 6. See, Apostle John saw the nukes flying through the sky. Isaiah saw the nukes flying through the sky. See, and they described them like a bunch of figs falling off a tree. A bunch of circular balls falling out of a tree. This is how they describe them nukes falling on America. It says, this is Revelation 6.
God bless you, brother.
You too. Is it 9 or 11? It says, no, let me start at 12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake. See, something hit the earth and made a great noise. It says, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. So you're going to have the moon being blocked out, the sun being blocked out, because you're going to have smoke all over the place. It says, verse 13, and the stars of heaven fell onto the earth. Now, that's not a literal star. He saw nuclear missiles, man. He saw a bunch of nukes falling on the earth. It says, stars of heaven fell on the earth, even as a fig tree casts her untimely fig. So a fig is a round ball type of fruit. And when those nukes come, that's how they're going to be looking. Like some fruit falling off a tree. It says, when she's shaken of a mighty wind, And the heavens departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. Say it's not nukes. Let's throw that scenario out there. Say he don't. It ain't gonna be the nukes. It's some stars. If stars falling on the earth too, it's gonna be destroyed. It's gonna be burned up. But it ain't gonna be no stars. It's talking about nuclear missiles that Russia and Iran and North Korea and China is got already ready to press the button. It says, verse 15, and the kings of the earth and great men and the rich men and the chief captain and the mighty men and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens of the rocks of the mountains. What are they doing now? The dude who make the doomsday bunkers, man, he say my business is booming. I'm making bunkers all over the place. Say I have to wait on the product so I can do the bunker. I got all stuff backlogged. He waiting on this to come because these people trying to get them bunkers because they already know what's gonna pop off. That's just like you in the club and somebody go to shoot. You in the nightclub and somebody go to shoot, you hitting the road. When somebody go to pulling out their gun, you're not finna sit there and wait. Oh, he's strapped and he's strapped. You're not there finna sit there and wait for them to go to shoot. Especially if they pull out a big gun. That's what America doing. They trying to what did Trump? Trump said we trying to make us a weapon that nobody can defeat. And Putin saying I got 6 of them that nobody can defeat. See, he said I got 6 unstoppable weapons. So they both talking the same rhetoric. They pulling out their big gun, and you got these Americans talking about I'm trying to build this and trying to do that and trying to do this. See, they're not even preparing, but the elite people, they preparing. See, they digging big holes in the ground, trying to hide. It says, they hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountain, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us. See, that's what the so-called bunkers is about. And John, he's seeing a vision. See, this 2,000 years ago, he's seeing a vision. Rich building bunkers under the ground. See, it don't get no better than that, man. It says, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come. See, that great day is come. That's why you got these armies. When you turn on the news, man, you finna see this thing every day, all night. You got to be an idiot and a fool to not know what's going on, because you can't miss it. You turn it on CNN, you turn on the Indians over there on their news channel, you turn on the Chinese news channel because they on the YouTube and the internet. They got all the news channels of all the countries. See, anybody that's got a country and a government, they got a news station, because all you got to do is plug up to the internet and run your mouth. See, that's all the news station is, a bunch of news reporters. See, the Indians got news reporters. The North Koreans got news reporters, even though they might not deal with the other people in the world. Who else? You got the Arab, they got news reporters. See, the Chinese got news reporters. Every country got news reporters. And they talking about war all day, every day, all night. Talking about nuclear weapons all day, every day. You can't turn the TV and see this videotaping all of it. You can't turn on the TV and not see a nuclear weapon. They got Putin with nukes flying in the sky. See, he testing nukes. You got North Korea saying, listen, man, we got nukes and we finna blow America to smithereens. Tell them to their face. That's like somebody got an AK-47 at your door. You finna ignore them? No, you gonna call the police. You not gonna just, he gonna be at your door with an AK-47. You gonna go to the club. We going to the club tonight, girl. We going to Miami. Don't you see that man at your door with an AK-47? But this is how Negro mind is, Hispanic, a Native American. They don't see these things. That's when you know the Lord done blinded them. Let's get that. See, the Lord had to blind these people because this stuff is too obvious. See, it is too obvious. That's why when it came to the mother of harlots, Babylon the Great, the average person is not gonna know it. They're not gonna know what this mystery is because the Lord done blinded they behind. Now, Matthew chapter 13, let me get verse 11. It says, he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. See the secrets. But to them it is not given. For whosoever have, let me jump down to the point. Verse 13. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they see not. See, they might run across a news report and they might run across a person having a conversation, but they still don't see what the heck going on. It says, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. See, they hearing about World War III. They ain't gonna understand. They gonna be just like in 2 Peter and say, well, they've been talking about that forever, man. They've been talking about had a Cold War in 1981. See, Russia been saying they're gonna hit the button in 1981. What are y'all so worried about? See, this is the mind growth. It says, and verse 14, and in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which said, by hearing you shall hear and shall not understand, and seeing you shall see and not perceive. See, we can see the same thing, but see two different things. It says, verse 15, for this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed. See, I wish I had to bring this verse out, man. See, he had to bring this precept out. And they talking about the reason he was giving them parables, because he already knew the Lord had them blinded they behind. So he said, listen, I'm not even going to waste my time trying to break this thing down to them, because the Lord done blinded them. See, he already know who he talking to. He know what they thinking. It says, their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they shall see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, meaning their mind, and should be converted, and I should heal them. So this is why these people don't know what the heck is going on. The Lord has them blinded them, because they think that everything is all right. They making all kind of grandiose plans. When you can turn it on the news, man, it's clear as day. I'm talking about extra clear. It's got 20/20 vision. Now let me get that in Romans, because Apostle Paul, he had to bring it out too. See, Yahushua brought it out. Apostle Paul said, man, This thing so deep. I got to go back to Isaiah, because he said the Lord is gonna blind these people.
I just don't know where they plan on getting.
He says, Romans 11:7. It says, but then Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. See, the majority of these Negroes is blinded. Verse 8, it says, according as it is written, God has given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear until this day. See, now that was Isaiah 29. Because a lot of people want to run their mouth and say, "Oh, I read the whole book, man." Say, well, you can read it 100,000 times, but the book is sealed. It's sealed, and it's only going to be revealed to the children of Israel. It's Isaiah 29. This is what Apostle Paul was quoting. 29:10. It says, "For the Lord have poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and have closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers, the seers have he covered." So the government don't know what's going on. See, they can't throw a rock at the glass and break anything. They don't know what's going on. He said the prophets, that's the church folk, they definitely don't know what's going on. See, they're just asking for some money. That's the only thing they're concerned about. So your government ain't gonna tell you, and nobody in the church gonna tell you. It says, and the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed. So the book is sealed. It's only open to a select few. And if you ain't keeping no commandments, he definitely ain't gonna open the book to you. Let's get that in Psalm 111. See, if you ain't doing nothing he say, he ain't gonna give you nothing. See, I'm only giving somebody something who's gonna obey what I told them to do. That's just like your mom and your daddy. If you're not obeying them, they don't got nothing for you. Your what they call it, allowance, you're not gonna get no allowance if you ain't obeying your parents. This is Psalm 111:10. It says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and a good understanding have all they that do his commandment. See, you only gonna understand, perceive, and see if you doing the commandment. See, if you're not doing the commandment and obeying your father, see, you ignoring him and you giving him the hand, how they say talk the hand, you doing all this type of stuff, give you the understanding of nothing, man. They disobedient, they don't want to know. So guess what? Let me speak a parable to them, and they'll run off eventually, because they ain't trying to keep no commandments. See, they trying to listen to Pastor Pork Chop and keep eating them pigs. Oh, let me get out of the pocket. Keep eating them pigs, crab, lobster. Keep shaving the head, bald head. Keep shaving the beard, trying to look like a little boy. See, they gonna keep breaking these laws. See, they ain't trying to stop buying and selling on the Sabbath. Now, Wisdom of Solomon, he said the same thing. See, they could be even listening for 10 hours. And I done did it myself. This is the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 4. It says, for into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in the body that is subject to sin. See, that's subject to breaking these laws. That's rejecting these laws. He's saying, wisdom shall not enter. So wisdom can't get into their mind, can't get into their soul, because they ready to rebel and reject the whole situation. The other one is in Hosea, and most people quote this, but they don't know what they're quoting. Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. He say, uh, where is it? He say, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because you have rejected knowledge, I will also reject you, that you shall be no priest to me, since thou hast forgotten the law of your God. I will also reject your children. See, and the whole key to that one is they don't want to do the law. See, they believe in some other man that's telling them that they don't got to do the law. When the Lord said this thing is forever, this is how you operate in the world. He said, how did a young man cleanse his way? By observing the word and the law. Now we going to what was that, 119? See, the rain about to come down. And you know how Florida is. What is it? Psalms 119 and 140 on 142, I think. It says, "Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness." See, you can't stop the righteousness. Oh, Yahweh came and died on the cross. Now the righteousness is over. He said, "Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and your law is the truth." So the law is the truth. See, you not eating a pig is the truth. It ain't gonna stop. Oh, we can eat pigs now. Apostle Paul said we can eat pigs. No, you can't. Apostle Paul can't do away with the law. See, he not nobody that's power. Yahweh didn't even try that. So how he gonna come on the scene and say, "Oh, the law's gone, the ordinances is over with. You don't have to do the law no more." The Lord didn't say Apostle Paul was the leader. See, he didn't even say he was the leader. Peter was the rock of the church. Peter didn't say the law was done away with. Now this Yahweh shot Matthew 17. It's not that I have come to destroy the law or the prophets. So all those prophecies about what was going to happen in the end of the world, they come into pass. We got an hour. It says, at the bottom, it says, "I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill." Verse 18, "For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law." See, nothing was going to pass. The law was going to be everlasting, because the heaven and the earth ain't going to pass, first of all. So you can hang that one up. See, it's an everlasting law till all be fulfilled. And when all is fulfilled, that's when the law is put into the minds of the Israelites, and they gonna keep the law going. So the law is everlasting, man. Verse 19, "Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments," see, one of the little bitty laws that you find insignificant, it says, "and shall teach men so, he shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven." So this is how that law should be looked at. But you got these people, they blind to the whole situation, because they don't want to keep that law, and they don't want to learn from the person that's trying to teach them. It said, "Whosoever teach them." So it's a group of people that's teaching the law. Just like you have to go to a law school and learn the law, it's people that's teaching the laws of God. And if you don't learn them laws of God, you ain't even gonna know when you're doing wrong. You'll be completely blinded by all of what's going on around you. That's why I say the blind shall lead the blind. See, because you gonna be following somebody and you gonna be totally blind. But here come this rain. Let me get this Isaiah 66. We at the end, and this is how Yahweh shall. It says, 66. I'm at 65. 66 and 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. So it's going to be many people being killed by the Lord. See, because they don't want to follow no laws and commandments. They don't want to live righteous, and he going to have to kill them. See, you're not going to have no pity on these people. I might can sneak in this, not sneak in, but get this Ezekiel 9. I don't look like I'm going to be able to get it. Ezekiel 9 and 5. He says, go through amidst the city and smite. Let not your eye spare, neither have pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women. See, the Lord is, he going to be destroying everybody. But I'm going to close out. We at the end. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, and Kakadash. Double honors to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom. Oh, Lord, the witness won't let me stop. Oh, there we go. Yeah.